Already have a lot of questions coming in from our guests, but before I go on and start asking those questions of our panelists, I've got to share with you two things. One, a set of resources that you can go to as a background or backup if you're preparing for any of these exams. You want to know more and you want to get to authentic information from Cisco, that's where you go to. And also, I'll share with you the inside look of the dreaded lab that Morelio and Mike and Brad have been talking about. So let's take a look at that as well. It's over to our studios.
My name is Catherine Sassenti, and I'm part of the team that creates the CCIE Lab test content. On the day of the lab exam, a CCIE candidate should expect to be greeted by a proctor about 15 minutes before the exam starts. And during that time, the proctor is going to do two things that are important for a candidate to remember. One is the proctor is going to remind the CCIE candidate that he can't bring anything into the lab. The second thing that the proctor is going to do that's important to remember is that the candidate should be prepared to produce a photo ID to identify themselves to the proctor. Candidates should use the proctors during the day of the exam. That's what the proctor's job is to be there to clarify the questions on the exam. The lab layout is such that each one of the candidates is provided with a work area that includes a candidate PC and a comm server access to a rack of equipment. The racks are pre-cabled, therefore the candidates are not allowed to touch the cabling. The candidates can expect pods relevant to what test they're taking. Therefore, the best way to know the specifics of the equipment would be to go to our website, because we list the actual equipment relevant to each exam, as well as the iOS versions that they can expect to find on the exams. The biggest mistake that most candidates make is they do not read the entire exam before they begin. Therefore, during the course of the exam, they lose precious time because they make configuration errors early on that they find they have to go back and fix as they encounter additional scenarios. Practice is key. In-depth practice. It's not just a matter of being able to configure the different scenarios. It's a matter of being able to go beyond a common configuration. You need to fully understand the in-depth different ways that a solution can be applied, because we're not necessarily a design exam. We're basically going to try to find new ways of applying these skills.
That's thanks to Kathy Sassenti, our CCIE proctor, showing you inside the CCIE lab. Brad.